Well, welcome everybody to our Monday night new coach training call. I have some things that I wanted to talk about and go over, and then I'll open it up for questions, or if Sam wanted to add anything in, then we will hear from her too. So I'm kind of going off the questions that were asked that I posted about, and it was kind of about how coaches sign up. I'm looking at my notes, sorry. How coaches sign up, the business fees, and all of that good stuff. So when somebody buys a challenge pack, they have the option to sign up as a coach right away. It is a different link. It's basically the sign up as a coach link. They fill out the first two forms, and then they choose their challenge pack, and then they get to sign up as a coach, and that $39.95 fee is waived. Right now, anybody that has ever bought in a challenge pack, now I know that some people have had some issues with this, but there's nowhere that it says that there's a certain time limit. So anybody that has bought a challenge pack from you can sign up as a coach, pay the $39.95 fee, and then there's a short form that they fill out that they can get that fee refunded to them. They have to make sure and use the same account that they bought the challenge pack with, or else it's going to get all messed up. Also, if it's been a couple of months since they've last bought a challenge pack, you know that they probably need Shakeology and new programs have come out and things like that. So I kind of still try to push a challenge pack because they have the option of buying one again after a few months, or if they want to use a different email address. And then they don't even have to worry about that $39.95 fee getting refunded and all of that good stuff. The other thing is, once you sign up as a coach, you don't have the option to buy a challenge pack again. So you only have one option to buy a challenge pack. This is why I usually never sign up a coach unless they have already bought a challenge pack or they're going to buy a challenge pack. I made the mistake a few times of having some people that were in the military sign up, because if you don't know, all of the military, anybody that's military or a veteran or a military spouse can get their $39.95 fee waived. But once they sign up as a coach, they can't buy a challenge pack. And then they want a program and this, and then they can't get it. And of course, everyone should be on Shakeology if they're going to be coaching anyways. As far as the monthly fee is $15.95 a month. I did look it up because some people have been getting charged a little bit more. And what it is there's certain states that are getting charged tax now for that fee. And so it is still $15.95 a month. And then as far as the Team Beachbody account is $38.95 every quarter. So when you sign up as a coach with your challenge pack, you automatically get 30 days free of the Beachbody On Demand. And then a month from the day that you signed up, your Shakeology is going to go through, your $15.95 a month business fee is going to go through, and then your first charge for Beachbody On Demand is going to go through. So if you have somebody that signs up that just wants the discount, you can make sure and if they don't want to use Beachbody On Demand, you can make sure and have them cancel that before it gets charged. And then as far as the $15.95 a month, then they will automatically get 25% off. So you're saving about $20 or $15 on your Shakeology every month with that plus the fee. But the best part is that they get 25% off of everything. So they can go into the store and order whatever they want, another product or program or nutritional supplements, whatever it may be. As long as they're paying that $15.95 a month fee, they have that discount. So they do not need to have an order every month. This is good for them. This is not so good for us in building our business. So I wouldn't necessarily build your business off of discount coaches. It's great to have them in your downline because it can bring up your volume, but I wouldn't be relying on them to keep your business steady. Like, for instance, when you become an Emerald, the two coaches underneath you need to stay active with at least 50 PV a month. So if you have a discount coach sign up and they decide they are going to cancel their Shakeology and maybe order it every other month, that's great, but then you're going to drop from Emeralds because they're not going to be active every month. I hope that, does anybody have any questions about that? Or am I clearly making that? Okay. All right, that was the questions I was going to go over. The next thing I was going to talk about was if you guys were on the Dynamo call last night. I don't know if they posted the recording, but I sure hope they do because it was a really good call. It was kind of a round robin of different leaders talking about their failures and kind of how they've come back from that. And I kind of wanted to talk about mine a little bit more because I think that this can help you guys. I have been a coach for 3 years, as almost 3.5 years, as you guys know, and it did take me almost 3 years to go diamond. And last week when I was really struggling because I wanted to get those 10 Success Club points to get my picture with Shaun T because I have to have one when we go to Cancun this week, I just had this day where I just wanted to scream because I'm like, what is going on, you know? And honestly, I go through this. Everybody goes through this. Every couple months, you know, you're going to have your good months, you're going to have your harder months. And, you know, the best thing is to learn why you're having this happen. And yesterday morning, it completely hit me. I was listening to a training from, I think it was Lindsay Wise, and she is an 8-star diamond, I believe. Anyway, she lives by me, but she was talking about building relationships. And what hit me is that was the one thing that I wasn't constantly doing. And every time I'm having a hard time in my business, it's because I'm not constantly adding new people to my network. I'm not building relationships. I'm just like asking people, hey, you want to do this or you don't want to do this, you know? And then I'm moving on to the next person, or I'm bothering the same people over and over again. As soon as I let go of the Success Club points, as soon as I let go of, you know, the money and turn to helping people, that's when things start happening. So on Tuesday, I think it was, I let go of all of that. I stopped and I went back to see what I was doing. And what I wasn't doing was adding people to my friends list every day. And I was doing that back in January, and it was like the compound effect. Like they talk about the Mo. It just 3 people a day. And all of a sudden I have people coming to me. I have people asking me, as long as you're sharing, like you should be sharing on Facebook, that will happen. And so I had to go back and I had to start doing that again. And there are a lot of different ways that you can go about, you know, finding new friends, going through your friends list and going through their friends and seeing who you have in common, going to the Facebook like gives you options of these people you might be friends with or things like that. When I was a new coach, I used to go through anybody who had a birthday. This is how I would do it, is I would click on their page. I would go through and see if I knew anybody and then friend them. And then the new thing that I have been doing, instead of writing a happy birthday message on their wall, I've been sending people private messages. And when this comes up, there could be people that have told you no before, and they're like, oh, thanks for the happy birthday. You know, they're all happy and so excited because it's their birthday. And I think I got 1 challenge pack last week from just doing that. Just because they don't, you know, we think about Beachbody 24/7, but everybody else doesn't. So it's important to stay in contact with people. It's important to go back through your friends list, maybe start at like one day start at A. And what I've been doing is just opening up like 4 or 5 different people and going on their page, liking and commenting, and or maybe sending a private message depending on what they have going on their page. And that way their stuff is going to be brought back up in your news feed, and then you're going to be brought back up in their news feed. Just so once you start getting a lot of friends, people start getting lost in your news feed, and you want to start doing that. So that is one thing that is really important that we must do every day, is we must build relationships. And when you're talking to people and you're inviting them and they're saying no, don't stop there. You know, everybody should be running a free group every month. And I'm going to think about it when I'm on vacation this week, about how to use this Beachbody On Demand, the free 30-day trial, because I think we could really use that to our advantage as far as our free groups go. I don't know how long they're going to offer it for. Hopefully it's for forever. But if they do, then I think that's a free group that we could run. Sorry about that. A free group that we could run every month. And that way, if somebody says no to you, what I do is I say, hey, I have a free group coming up in a few weeks or whenever the date is. Can I get you the information on that? And I mean, I've never had somebody tell me no. So they just go on my list for when I start my free group. I get them into the free group. And then, I mean, 9 times out of 10, I get them into my next challenge group. So, you know, and I have made, the other thing is I have made so many connections with so many different people on Facebook. It is crazy to me. And you know what? Some of them haven't bought from me, but the relationship that I have with these people, I know that they'll at some point they will come around. So it's important to just make connections, build relationships, and help people. You see somebody's having a bad day, private message them, say, hey, you know, I'm here if you ever want to talk, or hey, this worked for me. I know I had a girl last week that was really struggling with just life, just being a mom and all this stuff. And I sent her some of the Brendan Burchard YouTube videos, and she was so thankful for that. And you know, she hasn't bought from me yet, but I know she will, or she won't. But either way, I made her day. The next person I talked to bought a challenge pack. So it's just like putting that positivity out there and, you know, just getting to know people better. I talked about this last night, but basically the first 2 years that I was a coach, I was so focused on building my fan page, and I did an awesome job. And yeah, it's great that I have this huge fan page. But the one thing I didn't do was I didn't build relationships with any of those people on there. And think about, I have 16,000 fans on there right now. If I would have started building relationships from day one, I probably would, you know, be a 10-star by now. So don't make the mistake I made. Just build the relationships. It's not about the number of followers you have on your fan page. It's not about, you know, how many likes you get. It's about the connections you can make with the people that are interacting with you. So I really went through that kind of fast, and that was kind of what I had. But did anybody have any questions or anything else they want to add?
I have a question.
Yes.
So you always say to take back a friend request if someone doesn't accept it. I don't even know how to do that. How do you do that?
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can do a share and show you guys if my internet will work. I always do. So I always send out, oops, there we go. Hold on. 3 to 5 a day is usually what I send out. And I make sure that I only have 3 pending at all times. So I won't send any more out if there's 3 pending. If somebody accepts it really fast, then I'll try to get 5. So then let me share this screen. Okay. So when you go to Facebook, you have to do this from a computer. I haven't done it from my phone, so I'm not sure if you can or not. But you go to your page. And then you'll go to your friends list. And then you'll click Find Friends. And then it shows you all the people that you may know or not. And then click View Sent Request.
You better add that Bud Shear person down there. They look like fun.
Oh, so like I know that I sent this one out. Oh, wait, there was this one out a few days ago. So I'll just go ahead and cancel that one. And then, yeah, so then I know I sent these out yesterday, so I'm going to leave those there. But that's how you do that. It's
perfect.
Ashley, I don't mean to like contradict you or anything, but I quit keeping track of my sent requests, and I probably have a good like 30 of them, maybe 40, and I haven't touched them, and I haven't gotten any notifications.
Okay, that's good.
But I know I need to take them back.
Yeah,
take them back.
Bring them back in.
I just know so many people that have gotten and put in Facebook jail, and then you can't friend request for 7 days. So
okay, it's good to know.
Facebook has some weird rules though. Like that, like I guess it seems like when I was a coach, that was a big thing, and now it's not. I don't No, I haven't heard a lot about that, but you just want to beware, I guess. There was something else I was going to say with that. Oops. Oh, we were talking about this, Sam and I and Sam, when we went out to eat, about the people that you're friend requesting. Don't be afraid to friend request guys too. I know that sounds weird, but like maybe your husband's friend, your boyfriend's friend, or guys from high school, because they're going to see what you're posting, and you never know if, you know, they're going to want something or if their significant other is going to want something. That's how I've gotten a few of my coaches. So you don't want to just narrow it down to, you know, certain people. I'm kind of at the point where I ran out of like acquaintances to add on Facebook. So that gets hard. But if you're right now, you guys will probably have a lot of people you could be adding. You'd be surprised how many people are out there or how many people are connected with other people. The other thing is don't friend request anybody, any of the leaders from like Team Dynamo or anything. They all have public pages, so you can go follow them, but they save their friend requests for their new coaches and their clients. And if your Facebook page is public also, then people can follow you that way. I know as a team, it's good to all be friends, and that's great. I think it is. But as soon as we start getting bigger, then it'll probably be more of a issue that you don't want to be friends with every single person on the team, because then your newsfeed's going to be flooded with their stuff. You can follow them and it'll still come up, but you want to save those spots for other people. I think you can have 5,000 friends. So we all probably still have a long ways to go on that. Oh, Sam's probably pretty close though. Does anybody else have any questions? Oh, the one other thing that I learned from that training that I was listening to, and I didn't realize, because I've been dabbling into Pinterest a little bit more along the lines of finding people and stuff. And maybe I am late to this, but if somebody has been pinning your stuff, and you can actually connect with them on Facebook. If you go to their profile, their Facebook is right there, and you just click on it and you could message them or friend request them, or you can even message them on Pinterest. So I thought that was cool. I just think that, you know, I always say you need to learn one social media site and then move on, but it doesn't hurt to play around with some other ones. So I think that is pretty much all I have. Does anybody else have any questions? All right. Don't forget about the sneak peek that we have. That is going to start on Monday. Sam's going to open the group on Friday or Saturday, whatever. Whenever she opens it, and then she'll get us in and we can add people. Make sure that you're talking to people. You're not just putting them into that group, because we want everyone in that group to be kind of serious about wanting to know more, not just be like, oh, I think this person would be great, so I'm going to put them in there. And just be inviting anybody you think that would be good, you know, a good coach, with a private message, and, you know, no strings attached. I've gotten a few coaches that way that I've talked to them many a times, and when I finally say, hey, why don't you just come check this out, you know, no strings attached, jump in, and then they get really excited about it. So that is something that everyone should take advantage of each month, is the sneak peek. All right, well, I think that's all I had. If anybody has anything else, if not, Jackie's going to be running our Team Dynamo call, or I'm sorry, Team Fearless call. My brain is like 8 million places. Team Fearless call on Wednesday night at 8:30, or 6:30. Okay, I'm done. At 6:30. So she'll be posting the link for that on Wednesday. And if you could all jump on and support her, that would be much appreciated. All right, well, have a good night, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.